I remember going to the mall and shopping, and, the store assistant was helping somebody try on clothes, and she was like, you need to put something on under this. And she was like, no, it's All-Star Weekend. So, yeah, I think girls go out there trying to get chose. Like, I don't know. Like, at this point in my life, I'm not going to All-Star Weekend. I'm too old. I need a nap before I go out. I've aged out of getting a baller. I might be able to get a coach or, an agent. Something like that, a player's dad. But that's about it.
But, like, do people, I guess because I've never had enough money or enough stature to, like, just be out there, like, choosing women. Like, it's like women, like, is it just an excuse for a woman to act like a hoe and not be considered a hoe?
I think so.
Say that again?
I said I think so. But I don't think, I wouldn't say it's hoeing because men do it too. I just think,
Right. So then why was she concerned? Like, why is she saying, I'm not putting anything under this because it's not All-Star Weekend, and not saying, I'm not putting anything under this because I'm ready to just go out and have a good time on a Saturday? Like, what's so special about All-Star Weekend?
He was probably a hoe. She was trying to use what she got to get what she wants. She was a Players Club hoe.
Man, that's rough, yo. Hashtag me too. That's rough. Yeah, I've had this discussion with my wife. My wife is a feminist, right? And I love the fact that she is. But and she says that I'm a misogynist. I don't know how we work.
You are.
Sometimes it does. I'm not a misogynist, yo. I'm just practical.
And I love a feminist because she can challenge you.
Right, and that's part of the reason why we work, because I enjoy good conversations. I don't need a woman that obeys me at beck and call. I want to have a conversation, have an intellectual conversation. I'm going to get bored and move on. But so we have these deep discussions about Me Too, which usually ends up in us arguing back and forth. I think nowadays a woman can't get mad at a man for filming her having sex without her knowledge, because he doesn't want to be considered, like, if I'm having sex with a woman and I put a camera on the low, like back in like 01, 02, and you hide a camera between like some towels to film you and a girl having sex, like, that's crazy back in the day. Now, I think it's understandable, because you don't want to be considered like rapist or, sexually abusing a woman now.
No, it's not.
Because take a lot of things that's happening now. And I'm not taking anything away from these women. I believe their stories, but a lot of it is, like even the thing today with like Mark Cuban and his vice president, that was awful. Like his vice president went up to a girl and said, "Yeah, you're getting gangbanged this weekend," and she was like, "What? No, I'm not." He was like, "Yes, you are." And she was a married woman. Like, I can't imagine. My wife comes over to me and says, "Yeah, my vice president said I'm getting gangbanged this weekend." I'm gonna go up there and beat his head with a bat. But if you take it like the dude from like Saturday Night Live who said, what did he say to the girl? Or he pulled his dick out or something, and she said, "Oh no, it's not that type of party." He said, "Oh, my bad," and put his dick back in. She said that's sexual harassment. I just said he read the room wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that was sexual harassment, but you can't film somebody having sex without their knowledge. That's like voyeurism. And if you're concerned about a question of consensuality coming up later, have that host sign a, consent form.
Yeah, but that just messes up the mood, yo. Like, if I say, okay, so having a consent form, look, having a consent form in practicality is great. But if I film it on the low, right, it's foul. I'll go into it saying filming myself having sex with a woman without her knowledge is foul, right? But if I never release it, now this is all just thrown in the air. If I never release it, right, she doesn't know. I only know it's in my personal stash. She comes back later and says, "Gun raped me." And I say, "No, I didn't." She's like, "Yes, you did. That time we did this, and there." And the judge is like, "Well, it's you against her. Both of you were drunk." And I was like, "Yo, she wanted it. She was cool with it." and she says, no, I wasn't, you read the situation wrong. If I say, but I got it on film, like I'm off the hook.
No, you're probably still going to jail for filming it without her knowledge.
Well, that would have to be a whole nother case. But the jail sentence will probably be a lot lighter than going to jail for rape or sexual assault.
It's not a good idea.
Huh?
It's not a good idea. I know you feel like you stumbled onto something here, but no.
Look, I'm telling you, sometimes you just need to protect yourself. And I don't know if signing the contract is the way to protect yourself, because you can't be out there kissing on the neck, rubbing on the back, and like, yo, let me get you to sign this real quick. Because then she'd probably be like, yo.
I absolutely would.
You're not going to be in, you and your boyfriend ain't never going to be in there in the mood and talking about, okay, so how many times you got to sign the paper? Because each time is different. Like, it's scary from a male's perspective. Not from my perspective, because I'm married. So, yeah, I guess in theory I could rape my wife without her consent, but I mean, I don't think it's ever going to come to that. But, like, just in theory, yeah, I hope not. That sounded awful. But you know what I'm trying to say. But, like, in theory, do you have to get consent every single time you're with someone? Because
I mean,
if you have a bad breakup and they accuse, in today's climate, let's be real, women are having a strong voice, which they deserve. I strongly believe it. Women are having a strong voice of these men taking advantage of them when they're in these vulnerable situations, and women have every right to put the pressure on these men and get them the fuck out of here. But it does leave some casualties of men who just don't know how to read women. Because you might be thinking you're having a great time with a woman, and you thinking, oh man, this one popping. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example, Shannon. And this is me and my wife was having a discussion. The night I met my wife, right? We both drinking, partying. She tells me come back to the hotel after the party. I'm like, yo, it's on and popping,
Does she want you sharing the story?
No, it's all right.
Do you have consent to share the story?
Probably not. I mean, but we're married, so she has to get a lawyer, and she's not going to get a lawyer over my radio show. So she tells me to come back to the hotel after the wedding. I immediately think, boom, I know she's feeling the guy. I'm ready to get in these cheeks tonight. But I got to do a couple things, and I drank too much. So I go back to the hotel. So I do a couple things, go back to the hotel, pass out. Right? Never call it. Never go to her hotel, nothing. So, of course, you know, we link later, all that stuff, fast forward. So, now fast forward, we're talking about that night. Now, from my perspective, I said, yo, she was feeling me at the party. She gave me the number. She told me to come back to her hotel. From her perspective, she's like, I'm not sleeping with you on the first night. I had roommates on there. I just wanted you to come back and keep the party going. So, like, if I walked in there with my dick out, I felt like I was in the right.
No,
even though
like,
I just read the situation.
Why would you think that you're about to get some ass just because she said come back to the room?
Why else would you want somebody to come back to the room at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe to talk or chill.
You can talk on the phone.
And I don't want to say any names, but I can count at least 3 people that you know that you were friends with in college who, you know, the same thing, you know, asked if they could come to my dorm room at, like, a crazy time. And I'm, like, young and, like, you know, not attracted to them, no interest in sleeping with them. And they come, and then they're looking at me, I'm looking at them, and they mad. And I'm like, I don't understand why you would have the expectation of sex.
Which is my whole problem with, not my problem with, just what I observe, because I'm not worried about it because I'm married. So I don't really, like, the Me Too movement doesn't bother me on the scary side of a man's side because I'm married, so I'm not out here in these streets trying to holler at a girl. But that's what's scary just from a visual standpoint, stepping back from a man, because a man can misread a situation and it can lead to being fired from a job, imprisonment.
I mean, okay, but let me explain, though. Misreading a situation isn't that, y'all are kissing and, things start to happen or whatever. Misreading a situation is not, she says, come to the room and you come expecting sex. That wasn't even a situation for you to read. There was no implication or indication of sex in that situation.
I mean, I smacked her on her ass a couple of times that night. She didn't say stop, so I figured that's my
What does that mean? Okay. I need for her to be in charge of teaching your son about this subject.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's tough out there. It's tough out there for women. It's tough out there for guys.
It's hard out there for women.
I do feel bad for you. Because I have a lot of female friends, and a lot of them are single, and they talk about, how hard it is for them to find men and all stuff. And do I got any male friends that are single? And it's like, I only got about 2, and they're terrible. You don't want them problems. I wouldn't even call them up for anybody. Just because I know.
Why don't you have any wholesome single male friends?
Well, because they all got locked down and got married and chose the dark side instead of being free and living the good life.
The dark side.
We all got bamboozled and thinking that love was grand. And so we all got married. You ever feel like you had a Me Too moment against you? Like, have you ever been sexually harassed by a woman? Oh yeah, I've definitely been sexually harassed by a woman. I tell you what, I got true story, and we got to start wrapping up. But I literally got fired from a job because this lady wanted me to sleep with her. Well, she didn't really say sleep with her, but she was trying to mess with me. And I was like, yo, I got a girl. At this point, I was dating my wife. We weren't engaged or we weren't married, but we were dating and we were living together. And she kept inviting me over to the bar and all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, one day I'll come hang out. I'm thinking it's a work thing. And then she really came on to me yo, what's up? I'm trying to do something. And I was like, yo, I got a girl. And she was like, oh, you BSing and all stuff. And I was like, yo, and I hate to be that guy, yo, but she was awful, Shannon. She looked like a Oompa Loompa. She had a mustache.
Oh my
God. Her mustache was thick too. It wasn't even a light skin, not light skin, but a light mustache. She had blonde hairs on her lips. She damn near had a goatee. And I was like, I'm not, and I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I was like, I'm not gay. It reminds me of me and you share the same barber. I'm not going there with you.
Hairy women need love too. Hairy women need love too.
Look, another funny story is the night that I met Cheryl, my wife, in Detroit. She had some competition. It was a couple of chicks kind of feeling me at the joint, and I was rapping to one, and she had a little arm next to me, and she crossed the leg, and that joint was so hairy, and I was like, yo, man, this is kind of bad. But I didn't. I was just like, oh, that was kind of odd. And then I found out that men in Michigan like women with hairy legs, and that's why she had hairy legs.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's what a couple guys told me. They're like, oh, yeah, we like hairy legs up here. I said, oh. Better you than me. # me too. Well, actually, # not me too. But hey, Shannon, it's been fun tonight. We got to wrap on out. You want to say anything closing to the people?
Nope, just hope to see you next week.
Yeah, next week we'll definitely be on our regular scheduled time on Thursday. I go up and party with the fellas, got my homie flying in. So we're going to have a good time. But Definitely appreciate all the callers. Tremin, definitely enjoyed having you on. Anything you want to say to the people before you tap on out of here?
Nope, but I'll be listening next week.
Good. Thanks again for joining us. Brother Bonner, appreciate you coming on, man. Anything you